All right, so let me go ahead and go to File, and we will increment and save now because I set this up for 0.01. Increment and save, it's 0.02, as you can see at the top of my screen there. All right, so I want to add on to this wall. Let's go ahead and rotate it up. Why not? Hold J, and you can click and drag on the red, and it goes to 90 degrees. Okay, we're good. I want to add a base, and then I want to add some supports. Right, we're kind of going with a medieval theme with our other parts of the scene that we're creating for the class. And since we're doing that, medieval walls sometimes needed help where they made them with extra pieces. The term breaking and entering comes from medieval Europe because the construction was so flimsy that they could break into the walls of people's houses and stuff. So, all right, so we're gonna make a base board here to help with the structure. Okay, and so this is just a cube. I'm going to go ahead and change its width in this case. So I'll click on width and middle click and drag over here in the 3D view and get that to expand out. Okay, that's cool. All right, we're never going to see the bottom of this. Never going to see the back of it. We're never going to see the ends of it. So we'll go ahead and delete those faces. They don't need to be there. We do want to, of course, bevel this edge right here. Click on that right there, bevel it. So bevel on my shelf. If you don't have it on your shelf, it is in the Edit Mesh menu. In the bevel, I'm going to go over here to the history, go to the bevel, and go 0.1, it looks like. It's going to be pretty good. And turn off my chamfer. Object mode, you can press 3 on this now, and it makes that nice rounded over, realistic looking baseboard. And we can kind of center this better since it is off a little bit, but get that to line up with the bricks better. There we go. It's pretty good. And I can, well, I don't need to pull it out much. I could pull out a little bit if I want to. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create some vertical wooden pillars as well. So let's go ahead and make a cube, and we'll bring it down here. And then I'm going to change its dimensions. So I'm going to click on width, hold, control, click on depth, and I'm going to change those to 0.5. Just make it like half. That might be too little, actually. Let's try 0.6. I think that'll be all right. Okay, and then the height, of course, is going to be something different. I'll click on the word height, middle click and drag over here in the 3D view. And I'll drag this up here. All right, that's, hey, what do you know, 11.1. I didn't even try, and I got it right on the first attempt. I mean, it's not totally right, but it's close enough that I'm just going to leave it. I don't think I need to change it. It is totally right. There you go. It's totally right. All right, so we're going to go to face here. We'll delete this face. We don't need it. And this one. And we'll see if we can get the bottom one here. And delete that. Okay, there we go. Now, object mode. And we're going to go to the edges here. We don't need to do this. We can do it in object mode. Object mode, come on. Because we only have these two internal edges, it's not going to bevel the outer edges. So just go to bevel. And we'll change the fraction to 0.2. And turn off the chamfer. Go to object mode and press 3. You don't have to be in object mode to turn on 3, but I like to click off of my object. I'm going to press W, hold shift, click and drag, and then I'm going to have 2 of those. And now we have a wall with support beams on it. I think it looks pretty cool. I don't know what you think about it, but I think it's looking pretty cool. We have to check this for Ngon, so we're going to select everything. I'm going to go to face. Come up here to your 3 little icons. This is the one that will turn it into a component. So we're going to be able to select all the components on these objects. Normally you can only select components on one object at a time, but if you turn this on, you can have all the components on all the objects here. So we're going to make sure we're in face. Go to select, use constraints. I have this on my shelf. You want to put this on your shelf, it's right here. The reason I don't put it on my shelf for class is because I want to remind you. It took me a little while to remember how to do this. So we're going to go to all in next and sided. We have zeros in our heads up display. We are good to go. So we'll close and reset this. Make sure you close and reset. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck only being able to select Ngons. And this looks pretty good. I'm going to go to object mode here. Just take one last look at it. There's my cool little wall. Look at that. You can make a wall in less than half an hour. And I'm going to go to File, Increment, and Save. You would submit that onto the internet for the midterm. And I hope everything went well for you. I'll see you in class.